What's up guys, Mr. Audio here, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed, and while you're down there, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button and smash the notification bell so you never miss another video. Alright, before I get into this video, I do want to mention that we've recently put together a Discord where you can ask all your music production related questions, get private feedback on your mixes from me, and also suggest content that I might cover here on YouTube. That being said, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first Ableton Master Rack, I didn't make the controls easy to use. There was a very limited sweet spot to all of the macro controls. It was just kind of hard for people to use it. When people asked for updates, I gave them one. I gave them the Ableton Master Rack 2.0 and made a video on it. Now, there is still some limitations with that, and I'm new to making these racks easy to use. Normally, I would just kind of cater the plugins to whatever song that I'm creating at the time, material dependent. But me wanting to help people, I wanted to create something that would actually do the job. See, I'm a big fan of iZotope plugins and Plugin Alliance plugins, their hardware emulation specifically. And I like to use those in combination in mastering, specifically Ozone, RX, and some Plugin Alliance hardware emulations. Now, to be honest, with the mastering suite, I am able to get so close to the harmonic content, I can't tell the difference on any system. It is ridiculously close. There's some things I've added to the mastering suite that the Master Rack 2.0 just didn't have, like these thick controls here. It's basically just a glue compressor that's auto gain compensated so that you can actually know what you're doing. Also, I added some tube distortion and set the parameters very mild and gave you two different blending knobs so that you could have control over the precise type of saturation you want to use. Now, in the future, I might go deeper with this and make it a mid-side saturator, but maybe that'll be a separate little rack that you can throw on and just kind of hodgepodge your own mastering chain together. Now, I did add a stereo width function to it, and I limited it to where you really couldn't push it too far. You push it all the way up, it might sound a little too far, but for some songs that might be necessary. You never know, And then the limiter is obviously the last in the chain, as always, but I made it visible this time, so you don't have to open it up and look at it. So everything that's visible is what you need visible to actually master. You should just be able to turn knobs and listen. That's kind of how I wanted the first one to be anyways, just to mess with the faders and just listening, kind of like old school, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm going with this, and that's where I'm headed with these Ableton racks. I'm going to be doing something on my website where I'll probably be giving a rack away for free every month. So stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know the details when they're completed. Anyway, let's get into this, and let's master this track in under 3 minutes. I bet we can do it faster than that. And on top of that, we're also going to compare this track to one of my old masters where I mastered it with Ozone and some Plugin Alliance plugins, and even an Analog Obsession Solid State Logic bus compressor that I used as well. So let's master this, and then we'll compare it, and then I'll try to match it for fun in harmonic content. All right, let's get into it. All right. So you want an empty track here, and then you want to take and bring your song into it. I'm just going to move my track down because I was mastering it earlier. And then I'm going to throw the Ableton Mastering Suite on top of it. Now, we're just going to watch the limiter, and when it gets too distorted, you want to turn it down, all right? And if it's turned down too much to where you don't see any limiting happening, turn it up to where you see a little bit of limiting happening, and it's not distorted. You get a couple dB without it distorting, and the more you push the audio into the limiter, the more of the high end will come up and the more squashed it will feel, But sometimes you're going for that sound. So just make sure you're not getting a distorted sound. Make sure it's clean, all right? This isn't a true peak limiter, so you might get inner sample peaks happening. So that's why I gave you a ceiling control over here. Cranking up the ceiling is cranking down the ceiling, so to speak, all right? So I give you parameters all the way to -2.1 decibels full scale. So let's get into this. We're going to try to master this song in under 3 minutes. Before the song is over, I guarantee I'll have something that I'm satisfied with. And also, then we'll compare it to the old master and see how close I can get and how close I was to start out with. All right, let's do it. Get that low end going.
Outside in the cold for the bag. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Even if you're grateful for the shit that we have. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Drip you down till you drippin' in finesse. Get you the bag, make it cold on your chest. Got what you need, get it all, that's the best. You deserve a lot more, you not getting nothing less. Making sure the family ride in the foreign. Anything that she drink, yeah, it's cold pouring. Get creative with my hands so it's not boring. Building thoughts about our future so I'm paying for it. Going outside in the cold for the bag. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Even if you're grateful for the shit that we have. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest.
Alright, I'm pretty satisfied with that, but I have a feeling it's close already, so let's just see if we can move on over there to the old master and see how close we are, and I'll make some minor adjustments while I'm toggling back and forth. I'll try to put cues on the screen, but just try to use critical listening to know the difference, alright? But I will have cues up on the screen. This is a big part of mastering your music. Using your ears, alright? Not your eyes, your ears. That's why I made it easy to use this plugin rack. Alright, so here's the one we started with the Mastering Suite.
Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest. Drip you down till you drippin' in finesse. Get you the bag, make it cold on your chest. Got what you need, get it all.
I honestly don't think I need to do anything to it.
Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest.
Maybe turn the mid saturation down a little bit. Maybe at this.
Shorty, I ain't finna get no rest.
You know, I think that's good. I don't think that we need to mess around with any settings any more than that. To be honest, I filmed this about 3 times now, so I've mastered this song maybe 5 or 6 times because I ran through it a few times, but you get the idea. It's pretty easy to master your tracks. Why don't you go download the Ableton Master Rack 2.0? It's free. The link is in the description, as well as you can check out the Ableton Mastering Suite on my website there as well too. It's been a fun one, guys. If you'd like me to make more Ableton mastering racks, or if you think you can break the plugin, let me know if you find any bugs. Put them in the comments. I would be happy to make an update in another video. Alright, the next video you guys will be seeing is a vocal production suite video. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's basically going to encompass everything that iZotope's Nectar has to offer, as well as iZotope's Neoverb and some analog preamp good vibes-ish. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button. This channel is a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing the next video. Mr. Audio, out.